The complete guide to performing the Shattered Veil Easter egg solo, round by round, without any Gobblegums. As always, my companion notes will be in the description. Grab my hand, let's get started. The loadout I recommend is an AR with the silencer and launcher under barrel attachments, the Aether Shroud field upgrade, and the Combat Axe lethal. Also make sure that you have the Brain Rot ammo mod unlocked. Various augments will also be super clutch for this run. PhD Flopper's Tribologist and PhD Slider augments are a perfect pairing, Quick Revive's Dying Wish is invaluable for solo, Vulture Aid's Parting Gift is a good boss fight bonus, and Aether Shroud's Extra Charge augment is probably your best bet there. On to the run. At the start of the game, turn around and grab the Combat Axe at the log to add to your inventory. The goal is to gradually make our way to round 10, at which point we can acquire the Ray Gun Mark II and properly start the Easter egg. There are two things we can start working towards immediately. Using the launcher attachment, blow up any plants you find. They will scream and drop a plant seed. This happens whenever the plant takes explosive or fire damage. We will need to collect 4 seeds in total. There will only ever be as many plants alive as there are seeds remaining, and there are about 10 spawn locations across the map. The other thing to look out for are white boxes. There are even more spawns of these. Randomly inside one of these boxes is an Easter egg quest item, so pop them every time you come across one. Spend the first 4 rounds here in spawn farming headshots. As the round flips to 5, buy into the conservatory, claim the Quick Revive loose change, and interact at the fountain to claim the first of 2 reflectors. Continue on to Upper Terrace, then I recommend farming the next couple of rounds here at the Motor Court. Don't forget to continue the plants and boxes. When the round flips to 8, buy into the Mansion. Using the arsenal, go ahead and upgrade your weapon to green rarity, and buy Jug to get your perks going. Buy the right side door to the east foyer, buying stamina up next. Continue on to the library, preemptively climbing the stairs, and crossing to the opposite side to take out the zombie that's holding a fuse part. Drop down, buying through the study to the rear patio. Hang around here until you have enough points to buy to the west balcony, climb the stairs to the director's quarters, and break the computer to claim the circuit board part. With both parts acquired, go back towards the southwest balcony, open the door, and buy PhD Flopper to round out your early perks. Interact with the fountain on the outside to claim the second reflector. With the computer parts, you can now repair the elevator in the banquet hall. Interact once to let out the zombies inside, then again to break the elevator and reveal the zipline. Take it down to say hello to Sam. We still have to make it to round 10, so in the meantime, pack a punch your weapon and buy the door to the tunnels. While you're here, note the letter next to the lab gas chamber in the mainframe. In my game, it was B. Now that we've hit round 10, it's time to start working on the free ray gun. Down in the mainframe chamber, there's a special lab technician zombie that will spawn. Locate it and claim the floppy disk it drops. Thin the horde here to stay on 10. We're going to do a bit of running around. Take the zip back up and bring the floppy disk to the computer in the east foyer. Interact to insert the floppy disk and eliminate the vermin that subsequently spawn. Try to leave your zombies alive to stay on 10. When the paper is done printing, interact to view the message. The message will contain a 4-letter word. Remember this word, then head upstairs. Cross the overlook and buy the door to the west hallways. Continue on until you get to PhD Flopper and the nursery. Here, there's a chalkboard with letters on it. These groupings of letters correspond to the letters from your word, converting to a 4-digit code. The group size each letter is a member of is the corresponding number. My word was moth. With the board, M is in a group of 7, O is in 3, T is in 9, and H is in 4. Thus, moth converts to 7394. Take the zipline back downstairs and enter the tunnel beyond the mainframe chamber, inputting the code at this keypad. If correct, the Doppelgast inside will be released. Eliminate the Doppelgast, and while you're down here, claim the free Casimir Tactical in the rubble. With the Doppelgast down, pick up the severed arm it dropped. Continue through the tunnel to the armory, buying the door and entering the vault. Interact with the scanner at the end to place the severed arm and claim the Ray Gun Mark II. There's also a white box spawn in this room, so make sure to break it to continue searching for the Essence Bomb quest item. With the ray gun acquired, it's time to start building the variants. First, we'll need to locate 3 canisters, one to hold the power behind each variant. Start by shooting this crystal outside the armory. It can only be broken by the ray gun. There are 4 crystals across the map, and only one of them contains a canister. You'll likely have to keep searching, but we'll continue later on. The lab canister is located in the mainframe chamber. With combat axes equipped, go to the tunnel mainframe connection section. Outside the map are pipes with wheels. Throw 1 axe at the wheel on the left, then 1 at the wheel matching your letter from earlier, mine being B. Go back to the mainframe, swap to the launcher on your rifle, and blow up the gas chamber, freeing our first lab canister. The rear patio canister is located beneath double tap inside the window. With that Casimir tactical you acquired earlier, throw it straight down in front of the open window. This will pull the canister into the field of play. If there's solid wall in between the two, the canister may not be pulled and you'll have to craft or acquire another Casimir. When the Casimir expires, claim the canister. Back to the crystal canister objective. The remaining 3 locations are in the southwest balcony, the east foyer above the computer, and the conservatory. Once the 3rd canister is acquired, let's get started on the ray gun upgrades. The first canister we're going to fill is for the blue ray gun. Buy your way into Shem's Henge. Don't forget to continue searching for plants to claim seeds. Buy speed cola if you can, then thin the round down to the last couple. Interact with the canister machine across from speed cola to begin the blue challenge. In the center of the henge, an abomination will spawn. Surrounding the henge are 3 rocks embedded in the ground. Each rock must first be struck with an A-bomb blast, turning it blue. It must then be hit with an A-bomb charge, causing it to float in the air. The abomination typically alternates between the 2 attack types, back and forth. Use that information accordingly. Once all 3 rocks are floating, energy will begin to siphon from the rocks into a portal in the center. The progress meter will slowly fill to 100% on its own. During this, vermin will spawn, and if they reach the center, the progress will have a chunk taken out of it. Defend the siphon, then once complete, a wipe will go out, and the blue canister will be available for pickup. If you would like, you can upgrade the Mark II to its blue variant at the table outside of the armory. However, the base ray gun is strong enough on its own to keep going. We will be saving this gun for last to carry into the boss fight. The second canister we're going to fill is for the purple gun. Head into the mainframe chamber and pack-a-punch your ray gun. Before starting on the purple gun, make sure you have acquired the essence bomb from a white crate. In the service tunnel next to the tier 3 armor, interact with the rubble to place the bomb and blow it open. Here in the serpent mound is a crystal and multiple pedestals. Our objective is to use the reflectors to redirect light at 3 Gobblegums statues. Place 1 reflector at the pedestal close to the entrance, facing the far right position. Start thinning the round while you place the canister at the machine. The crystal will emit a beam identifying another pedestal. Interact to place the second reflector. Now the beam is bouncing around and hitting a statue. Melee the crystal to send energy on down the line. Once it gets to the statue, a Doppelgast will spawn. With your packed ray gun, you can literally one-shot the elite. From here, rotate the first reflector to the far left position. Melee the crystal again to send the energy, and grab reflector 2 in the meantime. Doppel spawn, Doppel dead. For the final Doppel, climb up the tunnel and place a reflector at the pedestal there, pointing it out into the room. Set the first reflector to the middle position, and you should be all lined up. Send the energy, then take out the named Doppelgast to finish charging the purple canister. After a moment, claim it from the machine. Head above ground and enter the director's quarters to place the canister and acquire the purple ray gun. With our purple ray gun, head to the banquet hall and interact with the computer next to the painting. Farm 10 souls using the ray gun to open a portal through the painting. Head inside and claim the red bottle at the end of the table. We need to fill 3 chalices across the map to progress. Chalice 1 is at the nearby bottlery. Interact to fill the cup and spawn an elder disciple. Take it out and move along. Chalice 2 is at the overlook in the grand foyer. Interact, then drop down to handle disciple 2. The final chalice is all the way back in spawn on a bench. After interacting, the disciple will spawn atop the bridge. Take it out to complete the chalice step. Make your way back to the banquet hall. The 3 disciple kills have revealed 3 codes for a safe. Read the codes from left to right, in my case, 52, 15, 35. Head towards the west balcony, looking for a safe next to death perception. Interact with the safe and input the 3 codes you saw to open it, collecting the ritual item inside. Take that item back to the banquet hall and interact with the pedestal to place the sentinel artifact and begin a mini boss. During this boss, an elder disciple will spawn. For each ritual, the boss's shield can only be damaged by the corresponding ray gun. An important note for multiplayer: the ritual actually won't even start if no one in the room has the right weapon. Kite the adze and burst down the boss to complete the ritual. Pick up the sentinel artifact and head outside. At this time, we're going to prepare a free Wunderwaffe for the endgame. We don't want it now because we still need a normal weapon for a later step. To start the Wunderwaffe quest, head to the nursery and shoot the laundry under the bed. This quest becomes active once a single ritual has been completed. Scattered across the map will be 3 special objects. The first is a book at the east balcony. Shoot the book once to cause it to float. After a moment, discs will begin to circle the book. This is a timed challenge where you have to eliminate all of the discs before time expires. We do this now because the purple ray gun is at least an acceptable weapon to complete this challenge. If you're too slow, the book will disappear unceremoniously and you'll have to flip the round to try again. Explosives are by far the best strategy to take out these discs. You'll know you've completed the challenge when there is no debris left and the object slowly fades out. Restock on Semtexes for the next object. You do not have to flip the round to begin the next object. Number 2 is a ball in spawn. Shoot it with your rifle to get it started. It can be pretty hard to take these out with bullet weapons, so I don't blame you if you want to swap out to the GS45s or use other explosive weapons for this challenge. When the item is hovering in the air, you can shoot it once to move it along quicker. A successful completion means 1 to go. The final object is a picture in the Grand Foyer. This one is going to have, I believe, 5 disc phases. My first attempt was on round 15, but it took me until round 17 to farm back enough points for ammo and to complete the challenge. At this point, a Wunderwaffe will be ready and waiting for you downstairs, so let's go back to the main quest. The last canister we're going to fill is for the yellow gun. Make sure you have all 4 of your seeds collected, then head to the conservatory. Place the canister in the machine, then interact with a harvester to plant a seed. You can plant multiple seeds at once, however, as a solo player, it can get very difficult very quickly. Defend the plant, with some zombies ignoring you and going straight for the plants. You'll know a plant has finished growing when the progress bar increments. Be very careful in these tight spaces, as it's easy to get overwhelmed, especially without armor. You don't have to complete the seeds all at the same time, so since I went down during this, I ran around to recoup my lost perks. The game can always go later. Do not be afraid to use resources here. Since we need money in this run, steps can be moved around as you need. With all spores harvested, claim the yellow canister. Head to the ray gun bench and spawn to convert to the yellow ray gun. Head to the library and interact with the computer there to harvest souls and enter the yellow liminal space. Once inside, you can immediately turn around. The first step to acquiring the ritual item is to find 3 items while affected by Aether Shroud. Since I didn't have any charges, I took the time to farm the horde for more charge out on the balcony. I didn't quite get 2 charges, but we'll get another in a moment. The 3 items are spread across 6 spawns. Start by activating Aether Shroud at the banquet hall. Check for a nuclear ID in the fireplace. Run out the back to the study to check for a ledger. If you're fast enough, you'll also be able to make it to the library to check for an audio log spawn. When you run out of Aether Shroud charges, head to the study and lay in front of this gap. Inside the room above the window, you'll see a full power power-up. Shoot it for a free extra Aether Shroud charge. Activate it in the east foyer. Check the fireplace by stamina up for the nuclear ID, the desk upstairs for the ledger, and the desk by the bar for the audio log. It seems as long as you're in the area, the items will remain visible for some time after Aether Shroud expires. With all 3 items acquired, return to the library. 3 white books will be illuminated. They need to be pressed in a code order, so interact a bunch to try your luck. Inputting the correct code will reveal the ritual item. Grab it, bring it to the liminal space, and interact to start the mini-boss. The yellow ritual features an amalgam. Stay on the move with this guy so you don't get grabbed and pulled into melee range. Whenever the shield comes back up, there is a brief moment of immunity, so use that time wisely. When the boss completes, grab the artifact. The last ritual for us to complete is the blue ritual. Head to the supply depot outside of the armory. Swap your ray gun to the blue variant, then add the brain rot ammo mod to your rifle. Head back upstairs to the banquet hall and interact with the shelf opposite the Gobblegum machine, claiming a sconce. Bring that sconce out to the grand foyer and place it by Jug. You'll have to play a quick 3-round game of Simon Says. Simply follow what the lights do by interacting and you'll unlock access to the distillery. Interact with the computer down here to once again farm 10 souls and open the distillery liminal space. Hop in and hop out. The first thing we need for the blue ritual is a bell. Head to the study and fire a grenade at the ground. On one of these shelves is a tiny bell, almost impossible to see. This one is actually above where I thought it would be. I believe there are 3 spawns in this room. Check all the shelves behind glass. With the bell acquired, head to the overlook bar and place the bell. We now need to turn a zombie with brain rot, then ring the bell to get it to serve us a drink. This is a very bad location to hold long term, so get out of there as soon as you can. When you return, there will be a hip flask ritual item for you to claim. Bring it to the distillery to start the blue ritual. This ritual features a mangler and vermin as the primary enemies. More of the same, and once the mangler falls, the boss fight is unlocked. Head down to the mainframe to begin boss prep. Especially in solo, boss prep and gearing up is vital. The mainframe is a pretty safe location to run laps and farm up. While a given round is low or flipping, head to the zipline and look out for a purple haze floating through the air. Shoot it to release the Wunderwaffe that we acquired earlier. Swap out your rifle, then pack the Wunderwaffe for a massive upgrade to your secondary. While farming, make sure you have tier 3 armor and a self-revive. After round 25, the Der Wunderwaffe machine will be available in the service tunnel. I recommend adding Double Tap and Vulture Aid to your perk list. Vulture Aid, especially with the parting gift augment, is very beneficial during the boss fight. Pack your ray gun up to tier 3, then interact with the console in front of Pack-a-Punch to place the Sentinel artifact. While Sam monologues, you'll have time to interact with the crafting table and buy any extras you like. The Chopper Gunner is the best score streak by far, with the hand cannon as an acceptable alternative. I like stims for tactical, although I had just prestiged and wasn't high enough level, and combat axes for lethals can be useful when combined with the stamina up augment. After checking my footage, tier 3 ray gun may not be worth it when solo, as the damage difference is almost negligible, only a 5% increase from tier 2 to tier 3. On to the boss fight. The Z-Rex fight is probably the hardest fight yet. Toxic zombies will crawl out of the sides of the Z-Rex, shoot those spots for a massive damage burst. The eyes of the Z-Rex are also critical spots and are always available to you, however they are much harder to target. The first phase can be taken a bit more slowly. The Z-Rex doesn't yet charge, and zombies can largely be ignored. Use PhD Flopper's Tribologist augment to maintain spacing. At 75% health, the Z-Rex will jump out of the pit. You'll have a short time to drop some bonus damage on him before zombies flood the arena. Swap to Wunderwaffe and use this weapon exclusively during the waves. Our ray gun ammo is way too precious. When the Z-Rex returns, get yourself into a stable wave state, then return to DPSing him down. You'll inevitably run out of ammo, and it will get very awkward from here. For this reason, it's probably best to not tier 3 pack your weapon, and instead save 20 to 30k points even, simply for ammo rebuys once you're in the pit. If you run out of ammo, the hand cannon can take over for a bit to get you through a phase. At 50% health, the Z-Rex will jump up again. A second wave will flood the pit. Once again, use the Wunderwaffe to handle it. Whenever you can buy ammo, do so for the ray gun. I was getting destroyed here in the corner, so I elected to commit to DPS and take the knock. While downed, use your revive state ammo to continue to pump damage. This is a completely distinct ammo pool from when you're up. Since I'm losing most of my perks anyways, there's no point in saving any of them, so I took my ammo all the way to the end in an effort to keep the DPS up. When you revive, play near Richtofen, as he should drop you a self-revive kit very soon after. Continue to use the Wunderwaffe for defense, trying to play your life for as long as possible. I went down way too quickly here, and should have used an Aether Shroud to extend this life. Once again, take advantage of your downed ammo to keep the damage flowing. Revive when your timer's running out, then keep big damage on boss. You will get no more revives from Richtofen, so now is the time to focus heavily on min-maxing critical spot damage while keeping your distance. Turn and burn, and watch the Z-Rex fall. Run from the horde for a second more, and congratulations! You've just completed Shattered Veil. Thanks for watching. This was long overdue. Next up is Tag Der Toten from Black Ops 4. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more Call of Duty Zombies guides, subscribe down below. And as always, I've been Noodles. You've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Infinite Warfare is after Black Ops 4, maybe also Cold War. It's in the queue.